Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to 7 Days of Daily Growth with Nay. I hope you guys are doing good. It is Monday, and I hope your Monday has been everything and more. I hope it has been beautiful. It's Affirmation Monday. To affirm means to validate, confirm, to state positively, to show or express a strong belief in or dedication to something. In this case, me, you, yourself, ourselves. So I am going to hop right into it today. I will continue making room for change in my life. I can learn from adversity. I will always realign myself when I get off track. I will start leaning on my support system mentally. I will surround myself with more of what uplifts me. I will focus more on things that fill me up. I will let go of the things that don't allow me to blossom. I will forgive in order to gain emotional freedom and healing. I will take authentic ownership of my joy. I will be mindful of my self-talk. So that is my 10 for today. Of course, I like to dibble and dabble on them a little bit, adding a little razzle-dazzle to our affirmations. And so I will be mindful of my self-talk. Always realize and be aware of how you talk to yourself. We can be like so mean to ourselves. Our mind can be our own worst enemy. What we think about ourselves, we tend to sometimes also speak aloud about ourselves. So just be mindful of what you are saying about yourself. The tongue is very powerful. So my advice today to you is to always be mindful of what you say. But when you're talking about yourself especially, be mindful. When you do this, when you participate in positive affirmations, to me, you're speaking life over and into yourself. So when you're speaking negatively about yourself, you are doing the same thing. You're also speaking over yourself, but you're pulling life from yourself. You're sucking the life out of you when you're talking negatively about yourself. So just be mindful of the things that you have to say about yourself. I know now, in the mornings, I'm just like, hey girl, good morning. Don't you look beautiful? The other morning, I'll lie to y'all not, I woke up and I was like, I'm glad I'm one of them girls that kind of don't wake up with so much going on, so much crust and stuff. I woke up the other morning, hadn't even washed my face or nothing, and I was just glowing. My skin was just, I don't know if it could have been the light though. I don't know. I was going to pay the light bill and I was like, you glowing this morning, girl? I think it was Friday. I was like, and for me, that's good self-talk because, I'm trying to get clear skin, so just to wake up and just be like, dang girl, you glowing, that's speaking that continuous growth with my skin goal into myself. So just be mindful of the things that you say. I will take authentic ownership of my joy, and this is something that I need to add to the ones that I like every day. I will take authentic ownership of my joy. This is a real good one for me that I need to probably start saying daily, because I don't know if you guys seen me say it before, or I think I've said it to my friends, or I don't know, I think I said it up here too. When I'm matter of fact, I think it was one of the first things I said. I try to hide when I'm happy because it's weird, first of all, to just be happy, to be smiley for no reason, because sometimes when you're not used to I noticed sometimes my best friend will probably see me come out all bubbly, and she probably and sometimes she do ask or say you're in a good mood or something like that, not exact words, but she'll speak on the fact that I'm in high spirits, because a lot of times I come out that room and it's just, but I be okay sometimes too. Most of the time I'm okay. That's just how I am, so it's just, that's the example that people aren't even used to me being in such high spirits. So it's kind of and I don't want people to ask me keep asking every time, you just comment. If I'm in a good mood and I feel like I'm in good spirits, just let me be. Just let me live. You don't have to comment, not saying her, but just anybody. You don't have to comment. Just let somebody be them. If they high spirit, just and let them keep going. So I have to learn that, because my joy and my happiness really stems from the work I've done within. So it comes from within. The glow, it comes from within. And so it's a different feeling. Like really, I really try to hide it because like my smile already big and I'm already like bubbly and bright sometimes. Like when I'm happy, like truly happy, I feel like everything about me is just like times 10. So, and people aren't used to it. So I just try to like avoid in like the comments or just, I just try to, I don't want that extra attention. I already feel good, but I don't need, so, or like, being too happy around certain people is just like, you can tell that they don't want you to be happy. So sometimes we tend to not own how happy we really are. It's easy to come around people like, you be happy about something, but you come around like dark clouds, basically, like people that are energy drainers or always like negative, and you try to hide the fact like I'm happy as ever, but they just killing my vibe, so I'm gonna just keep that, but regardless, like you might change their vibe if you come around happy. So just own the fact that you're happy when you're really happy and in good mood. I will surround myself with more of what uplifts me. So that's good because I feel like that could be anything. Like just like I've been speaking on, for the past 2 days. So for me, I'm already thinking like when I've been talking about feeling your boredom or feelings of loneliness with stuff that you like to do. So, just again, so this can go for not just actual people, but that's another thing. That's another part to it. Definitely surround yourself with people that, positive. Y'all talking about goals. Y'all talking about what need to be talked about rather than gossip and what's going on and who doing what. And, surround yourself with people that make you feel good about you. And if you are like me, I spend most of my time alone. So like my room is full of stuff that uplifts me. I have books, I have my journal, and, various other things that I like to do that I can, and that's just really like nerdy stuff. So basically books, journaling, like I don't really do any arts and crafts and stuff like that. I do like to color, so that's like one thing that I like to do versus sitting there reading something or journaling something. So that's about it for me. But it's in my reach, and if I'm feeling down, if I'm having a bad day, I can easily grab it, and it can uplift me and uplift my spirits. I will focus more on the things that fill me up. And I just wanted to say this because it's kind of like the last one, but it's a little different because it's saying that you will focus. So although I'm surrounded by all these things, doesn't mean that I am focused on it. And, that was a big thing I was saying yesterday. I'm tuning in Saturday. I'm tuning in to what's important. So I'm focused on the things that fill me up, like make me feel good. Like, so if, again, I'm bored or lonely, I'm going to read. If I'm bored or lonely, I'm going to meditate. Do some type of self-care or, self-love routine, anything. I'm going to go take myself out to eat. I'm going to dance, dance around the room, sing, listen to music. So basically just focus on stuff that fills you up inside, makes you feel good. So stuff that constantly like drains you and takes from you, don't focus on stuff like that. I will start leaning on my support system mentally. I love my support system, but I do not lean on nobody like mentally. So basically when I heard that, I felt like when I first, I was laughing too, because I was like, this is definitely not something that, I do. But it's something that I try, but, it's something that I fail at miserably. I feel like if it's something that I continuously try to say and try to instill in myself first, that first step of just putting it into thought that, I can lean on my support system mentally, eventually it might get easier for me to actually do that. Actually today, like I'm not gonna lie to y'all, not. So today, something happened, and this is my song. Something happened, and it kind of messed with my mind a little bit. So I was like, man, this is just confirmation for me that I gotta keep healing. Like I gotta keep just getting away, basically. Like gotta keep going. And so I was going to open up a little bit about how I was feeling to my best friend, and then I was like, so I was like, I'm gonna just journal about it. So I'm gonna just journal and just try to figure that out. Like for me, I just do what works for me. And I'm trying, it's a process, but I'm at a point in my life where I do like to work things out for myself, and I just like to be my own friend. And so with that situation, I still would probably end up, talking a little bit about it to her when I see her. But like, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just journal, because I need to do that anyway. So I was like, I'm gonna just journal about it, get my feelings and thoughts out that way, you know. But I do need to start, you know, because I do have a great support system, and I'm not ever like, you know, just like I was talking this week about being able to trust people. I'm not saying that I don't trust the people that are in my life and support me, especially in times when I really, really need them. It has more so to do with me than them, you know, and I'm just not ready, and that's okay. Like, I'm not ready to lean on people because I've had to lean on myself for so long. And again, I think I've said it before, when you're just used to it and when it's instilled in you and it's been like that for years, it's hard to break. It's hard to trust. It's hard to open up. It's hard to be vulnerable. So it's just, I feel like it's gonna come when it's time to come, you know, when I'm there. I'm just not there. Like, again, I'm not saying nobody in my support system is not trustworthy. It's just that I struggle bad with trusting people, especially with stuff that's like here, you know. So it's more so me than anybody else, and that's just something I'm going to have to work through. And that's why it was so funny when I read it, because I'm like, yeah, this definitely is a good affirmation to, you know, get it in your head first. I will always realign myself when I get off track, and I think that's why it's good to set goals, you know, because it allows you to get yourself back on track, especially a weekly goal. So let's say you got off track a little bit on a Tuesday. Keep going, like, you know, keep going. Like, even if you don't realign yourself, like, just keep going. But when you get to Sunday and you're back doing your goals, that's why you continuously make that a goal. You continuously realign yourself to what you want to do, what you're supposed to be doing. It's okay not to get it right the first time. It's okay to get off track. Just make sure you make your way back. Just make sure you spin the block, you know. Just make sure you succeed in it. Make sure you get that check mark. Make sure you get it right eventually. You know, don't down yourself. You're not a bad person. You're not the worst person. Your life is not over just because you got off track. Know that you have the ability to realign yourself, and it doesn't have to be in a goal-setting way. You can choose to realign yourself the best way you know how it is tailored to you. But, you know, I use, you know, goal setting as an example because that's what, you know, I do here on the channel. And I feel like for me, when I set a goal on Sunday and by Wednesday, you know, I haven't done that goal, or I kind of fell off with that goal. And, you know, most of the time I continuously go through my week though. Like, okay, next day, you know, even if I don't do it again next day, you know, I keep going. And then when I get to Sunday, I try to start fresh, you know. Bam, this is the goal I gotta do again because I did not accomplish it. I'm realigning myself back with my vision, you know, to make sure that I stay in alignment, that I stay on a path that I'm supposed to be going on. I stay on track. I can learn from adversity. You can learn from the things you go through. Don't think God is trying to beat you down, beat you up. Just like a father is supposed to, he disciplines us. Not to hurt you, but to teach you. The struggle is to teach you. And it also humbles you. When you have to come up in environments where it has not always been perfect, it's been struggle, it's been pain, it's been hunger, it's been a lot of stuff, you know, a lot of hurt, a lot of PTSD, a lot of trauma, a lot of craziness, chaoticness. It humbles you. For some people, it humbles us, you know, at an early age, you know, when you, but you gotta have that type of mindset though. Like, not everybody gets it, understands it, but you have to know, like, eventually though, I think people start to, whether they take advantage of the fact that they become aware about how you can learn from your struggle and to know that there's beauty in struggle. That's the difference. Like, whether you are going to take advantage of the fact that you know that or not. If you take advantage of the fact that the struggle is actually beautiful and it actually humbles you, it actually has molded you into who you are becoming or what you're supposed to become, it's different because you start to move. You start to move different. But not everybody get there. So everybody don't move different. They move the same. you know? They still moving off survival. You still moving off survival. You ain't gotta move like that no more. So you can learn from adversity. You learn from the stuff you've been through. The troubles, the struggles, you learn from that. The trauma, you learn from that. Toxic environments, you can learn from that. But I do feel like you just gotta have that level of understanding for you to realize that your struggle is what made you. It's what built you up. It's what molded you. Humbled you. And humbleness is everything. Like I always tell y'all every time I end this video, stay humble. I will continue making room for change in my life. I feel like this is a familiar one or one that I may have already said. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm glad it is something that reoccurred because every day, adjusting. Every day, make room. Every day, let stuff go. Even if you grab onto it again, let it go again. Continue. Always make room for changes. Always be ready to welcome in something new, something good, something just for you. So my weekly advice, and y'all know, like most of the time, it's just always something real simple, not too crazy. And it ain't something that I'm just like, just tell y'all anything. Literally, it's really something that I think about and allow it to come to me, like what's my weekly advice gonna be, to everybody. And this week, I'm just laying in bed like a G, like the G that I am. And I'm like, I feel like without me even knowing at times, everything each week just always flows together. So what came to me, like I'm just laid back, chilling. Stay solid. Tell them stay solid. For real. So this week, my advice to y'all is to stay solid. To be solid means to not be interrupted by a break or opening. Made firmly well, of good, substantial, quality, or kind. And that was 3 different definitions that I chose. And so what I wanted to say was, based on these definitions, stay solid in the fact that you're just like a brick wall. A brick wall is solid. Can't nothing break it. There's no opening. Can't nothing get through a solid wall. Stay solid in who you are. Made firmly well. Stay firm, stay solid in who you are and what you have going on. Remain solid. It ain't no breaks in it. It ain't no breaks in you and what you got going on. Of good, substantial, quality, or kind. Good quality. Remain solid. As a person, remain solid. In your character, remain solid. You got ways about you that's solid. Stay solid. Don't let nothing break you. Don't let nothing come interrupting what you got going on. Stand firm in everything that you're doing this week. Stay down, stay out the way, stay solid. That's what I should have put. Stay down, stay out the way, stay solid. But I've been saying stay down and stay out the way the last 2 days. So I'm just going to say this week, stay solid. Like a brick wall. You standing solid, standing strong. Can't nothing break you. There's no openings for nobody to get through. You are made firmly well. Your plans are solid. Can't nobody touch them either. Keep them on lock till it's time to pop out. Just keep working hard. Can't nothing break you. Can't nothing get through because you solid. Stay solid. And I love that not interrupted by a break. Can't nothing disturb you when you solid. Can't nothing break you or enter when you solid. Can't nothing get through when you solid. Nothing. Stay a brick wall in your mindset, in your qualities. A brick wall. Stand your ground. You were built for this. Made for it. You cannot be interrupted. Can't nothing get in your way. When you solid, you solid. Stay solid in all that you're doing. Again, in your character, everything. Your plans, solid. Keep them solid. Keep them quiet. Till it's time, just stay solid this week. I hope you guys have had a blessed Monday. Y'all stay beautiful. Y'all stay safe. Be kind. Be gentle. Show compassion. Stay humble. Be patient. Be yourself, because that's all you can be, y'all. Show love. You are love. Love is within you. Shine your light. You never know who need it. You never know who watching you, who look up to you. Just be you. And that's how you shine your light, when you're just being you, authentically, unapologetically. Be you. It looks good on you when you're just yourself. I think so, personally. I love you guys, from my heart to yours.